Yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going? This is Marcos Viegas. This is Fight Up TV's live chat for today, March 1st. We're doing this little software upgrade that allows me to interact with you guys a little bit more and bring people on, guests on, everything like that. I hope you guys had a happy weekend. Obviously, I think all of us saw the Canelo fight. I'm curious to get what your thoughts are on it. So do me a big favor before we start. Like the stream, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Share the stream out as well. And I'll get started with your questions. We'll go ahead and bring in Yair in here as well in a few to go ahead and recap how his time was over there in Miami covering the fight for us. So let me send Yair that invite right now. You guys just go ahead and fill out your comments, your questions, or any topic you guys want to talk about, and I'll get to it right now. One Boxing King, yo, what's up, bro? JB Cinema, what up, what up? Richard, there's a lot of fighters that Canelo can't beat, that can't wait. There's a lot of fighters that can beat Canelo. He's a fraud champion. No, that's a bad take. Let me tell you why. He just beat the number one ranked guy in Callum Smith a few months ago. He was number one. Other fighters even admitted. I remember I asked Caleb Plant, who's the best super middleweight in the world, expecting him to say him, and he said, it's Callum Smith. He's ranked number one. So, uh, you know, like I could see like where the criticism on Canelo comes from because we do want to see him fight, the David Benavidez's. We do want to see him fight Charlo and Andrade. But at the other end, he beat the number one in Callum Smith. Yes, he had this fight with Yildirim over the weekend. It was a mandatory. He had to go through with it because if he didn't, the WBC would have put him in a position where he either had to give up the belt or it would create another belt, an interim belt, and he couldn't go ahead and go for the undisputed route that he's trying to do. But you look at the who's who of who's Canelo's fought and tell me that he's a fraud champion. Come on, bro. Really? Nah, nah. Ben, no one can beat Canelo at 168. Carlos, what's up, my bro? Nobody will be the pound for pound. Abraham, Bon, Qui. Benavidez thinks beats Canelo. He feels that Benavidez beats Canelo. A lot of people think that Benavidez would beat Canelo Alvarez at this point. A lot of trainers, actually. Abel Sanchez has told me that he feels that David can beat Canelo. Joel Diaz, Boom Boom Mancini. A lot of people, because of what David brings to the table, because of how young he is, his relentlessness in the ring as well, and they think that those are a lot of things that can give Canelo problems. Jerf says Tyson Fury. Benavidez 100% beats Canelo. Tyson Fury 168 version. Come on, Jeff, stop that. 80-inch reach. Well, he has to fight someone that's not a tomato can. Hey, Yildirim, we saw what happened. Obviously not the opponent that we were hoping to see Canelo fight. He was put in a position where he had to fight a mandatory, and he did the best that he could, with the deck handed to him. Now he's going into this fight with Billy Joe Saunders coming up May 8th. If he wins that fight, he needs one more belt to be undisputed. That's Caleb Plant. He's said during the fight week that he intends to fight Caleb Plant. I'm going to catch up with Caleb tomorrow and ask him, like, hey, what could be potential difficulties in that fight happening? Canelo is his own promoter now, just filed for a promoter's license in Nevada for Canelo Promotions. He's had Canelo Promotions for a long, long time. So it'd be interesting to see after the Saunders fight how he maneuvers himself, if he's going to stay with Eddie or if he's going to go on his own and try to secure a fight with Caleb Plant. Like, where would a Caleb Plant fight land? If he stays with Eddie, he'd have to go there on the zone. If not, then it'd have to be a Fox pay-per-view. I'm going to try to get Yair back in here. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I got a notification that the signal was kind of kind of más o menos. Edward, what's up, man? Salute from Dallas, Texas. What's up? Canelo requested franchise to Duck Charlo. Get out of here with that garbage. The only one that can beat Canelo is himself. Well, you know, Saunders, Plant, Benavidez. There's people out there that can beat him, or it's perceived that they can give him trouble in a fight. He just want to stay busy, not wait till May. Says Juan. Puro Canelo, says Alex. Canelo pound for pound king, says anime dude. Not me, I will be there and I will knock. Yeah, okay, sure, John. Triple G, a 50% chance of winning. I would still like to see a Triple G fight. I think I'm in the minority now, to be honest, because there's a lot of people that don't want to see a Triple G fight anymore, which I still think there's unfinished business, but I'm starting to see it now. Um, Triple G's, a lot older, and Canelo's really truly in his prime, as well at this point, and he's only been getting better and better and better. And Golovkin, with the last few performances, I don't know, man. It's hard to gauge. It's hard to gauge, but let's not forget, Golovkin, first fight, he won that fight. He won that fight. Second fight, I thought it was a draw. I was there, but I could see why they'd score it for Canelo. So I'd still like to see a third Triple G fight. I don't know. Would you guys like to see a third Triple G fight? Let me know here on the comments. What's up, Micah? What up, bro? But a lot of people are against a third Triple G fight, which I'm starting to see it now. I'm starting to see it. All right, we're gonna bring in Yair right now, guys. Yair was in Miami covering this fight for us for the channel and stuff like that. So I kind of want to get his thoughts about how the bubble was and how the whole week was. I'm already seeing a lot of no's for Triple Yi. Ari, nope. Gilbert, nope. No Mercy, nope. Nope. David, yeah, no one wants to see Canelo and Triple G. Man, they missed the boat with that. They missed the boat with that. They messed up. That's typical boxing, bro. Typical boxing. All right, let's see if we can go ahead and grab Yair up in here. I'm not seeing him in. There we go.
What's up, bro?
What up? JT's like, what
Can
happened to your clone, Marcos? Well, he's right here, bro.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, dog.
I don't know why this time it's on my phone, not on my laptop. I don't know why it wouldn't allow me on my laptop. It was acting pretty weird. I don't know why. Pretty weird. But
So
anyways,
everybody here on the live chat, let's get some more likes. Yair was in Miami last week for the Canelo fight. So I want to bring him into the live chat real quick and just kind of get his thoughts on how the week went, how the bubble was, how the ambiance and the energy was over there on fight night as well. Yair, man, how was Miami? How was that audience? How was it being around 15,000 people to watch Canelo stop Yildirim?
man, actually, it felt like boxing was back to normal. Like nobody was disappointed at the end of the day. At the end of the night, nobody was disappointed. You see the fans. You saw the video that I sent you, like the reaction of the fans. Like everybody was up, even though it was really enclosed where we were at. Everybody was up. Everybody was excited. There was a lot of commotion. The music, the DJ. I mean, I'm gonna be straight honest with you. It just felt like boxing was back to normal. So everybody was just out of their seats the entire time. And really, it started getting packed almost towards started getting packed by the third to the last fight. And people were just excited. I'm telling you, like, and once the fight ended, people were still staying there, just dancing. So I was like, man, people do. It was more different than the Errol Spence fight when it was here, when there was fans, and a little bit more different than Canelo Smith what I saw. But it was electric. Honestly, it was very electric, and it felt like it was back to normal.
Okay. Were you paranoid at all with all the people there?
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I let on Sunday when we got allowed to leave the bubble, I was paranoid prior to that because everybody was just it was just like free space. I wasn't too worried because the zone and matchroom had just only the media like in a certain section, so we weren't allowed to go anywhere else. So I really wasn't too worried. Plus, you already know this. I had coronavirus before we left, so I wasn't too worried. But Florida is like this. The airport was packed. South Beach was packed. It was hectic. It was crazy, and people not following the rules with their masks. I was just surprised. Honestly, it just felt like it's whatever. It's no problem no more.
Knowing the people that are on here, primarily, all guys. We got to ask you, bro. How are the hotties over there? The hotties come out for Canelo that fight night or what?
Man, I was surprised. I was
The
really
albondigas, left and right albondigas.
yeah, like I was really surprised how the woman. You know who was also there that sat really close to us, but I didn't get a chance to talk to her. That UFC fighter, Valerie.
Oh, bro, she got the fattest booty. Oh my lord! Hey, everybody, thumbs up for Valerie Loreda, man. Oh my god,
Yeah,
Nalgolandia 2021 right there.
yeah, she stole the show, and we didn't get a chance to talk to her. But yeah, I mean, the women there are another different level. Honestly, it was a lot, and for
Mm.
the fight, like they were kind of trying to go to the beach already. So I was surprised. I was surprised, but it was good.
Yeah, I saw that there was a lot of like people there. Who was there? Like Crawford, Danny. Like who else did you see there at the fight?
Crawford, Danny, Charlo, Derek James, Xander. I forgot the guy from Top Rank. Miguel Cotto actually passed by me and tried to see if we can talk to him. He wasn't doing our interviews. Mike Tyson, dude, the way Mike Tyson rolled up, everybody was just like electric. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, that is Mike Tyson." Nobody could believe that Mike Tyson was there. Obviously, Jay Balvin, Devin Haney, Danny Garcia was
Well, let
there.
me stop you there, bro. So, dude, when you sent that video over to us of Jay Balvin, I was like, what the freaking Yair got to talk to Jay Balvin? How was that? Like, how was it just being around him and the people that he had around him?
You know, you actually when you meet these type of or these singers, these artists, you actually think, oh, they're gonna be very stuck up. They're not gonna give you the time. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. Jay Balvin was a genuine person, very calm. Every time I didn't ask him for a picture, but every single time somebody stopped him, he would stop and take a picture, and he wouldn't just be like this. He would actually put their hand around him. And when I asked him straight, I said, "Hey, Jay Balvin," I was like, how did you see the fight going? How did you feel? Straight up answer. You saw the first two video, the first one that I sent you when he was
Yeah.
walking out. Going Jay Balvin said, "Hey, what's up?" Everybody. He was very genuine, very nice, very outgoing. And he like when we interviewed him, he didn't just, oh yeah, it was a good fight. He stopped there and talked to us. I was like, oh my god, I just talked to Jay Balvin. I never thought I would talk to Jay Balvin. I was like, who's gonna be next? Bad Bunny?
Yeah, and then you went ahead and talked to Jorge Masvidal. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link on there for you guys to see the videos that Yair got us as I try to multitask here. But Yair, man, at the post-fight press conference, what was like the feeling that you got from the people there about Billy Joe Saunders as the next opponent for Canelo? Is anybody giving him a chance that you spoke to? Because I know I'm seeing a lot of comments here. Not a lot of people give him a chance. There's some people that are saying we shouldn't write off Billy Joe Saunders. But what was the sense that you were getting from the people there about what kind of a challenge Saunders is?
Well, let me quote what Eddie Hearn said throughout the fight week. He said that the biggest threat would be Billy Joe Saunders. He said that's the only one in the division. And everybody throughout the pros press conference, they were like, "This is going to be your hardest task." Everybody's naming it already. He's going to be his hardest task. So that's what they already set up. I think they're right now just making it, trying to sell the fight. But everybody, all the media that was there, and everybody was speaking with Canelo, they were like, that's really what's going to test, if Canelo's still on that level in his prime, if his prime can, exceed our expectations. Do I believe it's going to be a hard fight? Possibly. I could honestly see Canelo knocking him out, late in the late rounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can
Hold
see
on,
it.
hold on. Let me. Hey, you guys, everybody here on the live chat, give me a thumbs up if you feel that Canelo ends up knocking out Billy Joe Saunders. Let me see what you guys think about that. I don't know. I think Saunders is gonna be like this is the best Saunders we're gonna see in his whole entire career. Like I think he really is gonna get up for this, and people are thinking he's gonna get knocked out. And I think he's gonna go all 12 rounds.
Yeah, and you know what's going to be fun? Actually, we're looking forward for everything is the press conferences, the smack talking, because Billy Joe really knows how to rub the fighters off. So did you see that video where he just posted like he had an apron on? Did you see that already?
Yeah, I saw that. Typical,
So,
typical Billy Joe Saunders.
yeah, exactly. So We'll see. It's gonna be a tough fight. I'm looking forward towards it. That one, I feel like it's gonna be like the last all the English fighters Canelo has fought. Liam Smith, Callum, and I forgot who's the other fighter that he's fought. It's Liam Smith, Callum Smith. Who's the other fighter he's fought from England? That's basically it, right?
Pinche Rocky Fielding.
Building. So I feel like it's gonna be the same thing. I don't feel like he's gonna make it, and hopefully he knocks him out because Billy Joe Saunders, how type of fighter he is and the type of person he is, the situations that he had, during the pandemic when he was making those rude remarks and, the other stuff he's had in the past. But yeah, I mean, everybody was making it seem he's going to be your toughest fight. But then every fight that comes for Canelo now, they always make it seem like it's going to be as tough except for the yildirim fight.
All right, Yair, man, let's get to some of these questions here that you guys. Hey, I'm going to do something really, really unprecedented here, guys. So I've been telling you guys we have a fan line. I'm trying to do something with this fan line for you guys to figure out how I want to best implement it. But I'm going to flash it for like 5 seconds. And whoever is the first to call, we're going to go and answer their call. And then we're going to close the fan line. And we're going to reserve the fan line only for our most dedicated super chatters, the ones that use the super chat consistently. So before we do that, man, everybody give a thumbs up to the stream. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel as well. Follow us at Fight Up TV on social. Follow myself at Hey It's Marcos V. Yair, what's yours again? At JMart08?
Yeah, JMart1018.
J Martin 18. Yair was in Miami for us. He covered the Canelo fight for us. Hurricane Hank, what up, bro? So here we go, man. This fan line's gonna open and it's gonna close within like 10 seconds.
You said 5.
5 then. Let's see. Oh, look at this. It popped up and it's closed. All right, let's see if any of you guys were fast enough to go and do this. I've never done that before, so let's see if it works, if we get a call at all. All right. Marisa Suleiman is an embarrassment, says, I don't even know how to say this guy's name. Premature promotions, premonitions, Fighter Hub, what up? Benavides has gorilla strength. What? Craig, what's up? Excellent point, yes, but I would counter that by saying how bad did Tyson look against Balin the fight that before that, yet look at his performances against Wilder. Hey, Craig, and drink more water. Drink more water, first off. It's good for you. Bring that initial question up, and I'll touch on it. Mario Casares versus La Gibertona. I have no idea who that is.
Mario Casares beat Chavez.
That's the guy, right?
Yeah, that's the guy
I think he reached out to us for an interview. No one's taking advantage of the fan line? Uh-oh, wait. I got something. What happened? Nope. Uh-oh, poor network. Dang it. Otra vez con este chingadera que se llama Spectrum. Laredo has gorilla grip. Errol Spence can beat Canelo. You think Spence can beat Canelo?
No, not right now.
No?
No.
Yo, bro, no. Hold on. Who asked that? Let's see. Where did it go? Spence can beat Canelo. Mike Edwards. Hey, bro, let us know why you feel that Errol Spence can beat Canelo right now.
I hope Errol Spence doesn't see this because we're both from down.
Hey, man, that's your opinion. At this point, no one can beat Canelo. Says Carlos. He's the best right now, and with Freddie by his side, an unbearable combo. What are you talking about with Freddie by his side? He's not trained by Freddie. I think he means Eddie. I hope he means Eddie.
I hope he means Eddie. Yeah.
Yeah. And JNP Canelo ducking Usyk. I saw that trending to get Caleb Truax to 10,000 followers. So salute to Caleb Truax. I'm glad he got his 10,000 followers. Canelo will go undefeated for another 10 fights or more. I don't know. Canelo beats Benavides. Hurricane Hankster. Fury performs on the quality of fighter that he's facing. Mike Edwards, better Biev. Canelo's not going to 170. Did they mention anything about Canelo going to 175?
No, yeah, they mentioned it, but he said he's not. He wants to stay at 168. He mentioned that even live. He mentioned that all throughout the week. He's like, no, I'm not going to do 175. I'm going to do 160, and I can go down to 160. And he looks good for being at 168 and fighting all those big fighters. I mean, Yildirim was probably like my height. I mean, Yildirim was a little bit more built, obviously, than me. He trains, but I mean, you could tell he was just a bit bigger. Just his physique wise, he was just bigger than Canelo.
Hey,
So
how did how did the fans react to the fight? Did you get a chance to speak to any of the fans? I know a lot of people on Twitter were angry over how the fight played out. Did you get that sense from the people that paid for tickets that they were angry about how the fight turned out?
actually, no, I think they had a good time due to the concert lasted a little bit more than the actual fight. So no, I'm telling you, the fans were actually excited. They were happy. I know I sent you the video when the reaction of the fans. I'm telling you, they were all up in their feet. They came kind of narrowing us inside the bubble where we were at ringside, and a lot of security was there, and they were trying to contain everybody, but everybody was yelling. Everybody's on their feet. I'm telling you, like, people were really happy. I guess maybe they were happy because Miami hasn't had a good boxing fight in I don't know for how long. That's the second time Canelo fighting there. So I'm being straight up honest. The fans did have a good time. Everybody was on the feet, and I know Charlo came up with something saying it wasn't sold out, but it was, to me, it was for the amount they were saying. It did seem like they sold out, even though it was with a pandemic coming around.
Well, 15,000 people that were there. JP Cinema, what's up, bro? Thank you for that super chat. 168 pounds. No one beats Canelo. Jesus says, was it packed? Was it packed?
To me, it felt packed.
Yeah.
It was packed. Even the floor seats, even though they try to maintain distance or social distance, it didn't even seem like that. Like, everybody was just bunched up. Everybody was bunched up. Even outside, you could just tell it was just swarming up people. I felt like they let more people in than what they should have. I mean, it was like 15,000. I felt like there was more, honestly. And even though it was dark, it started getting dark and the lights were just focused on the ring, I could still see it. And I'm telling you, the ringside, it was packed everywhere. Floor seats was packed everywhere. There was not a single seat in the floors. Not a single seat.
Was there a lot of Mexicans there? It's Miami. I would not think so.
There was a lot of raza that went. A lot of raza. That
Mexicans from Mexico. Mexicans, not Latinos. Mexicans. There's a lot of Mexicans there.
Yeah. I saw a good amount. I saw a good amount. Yeah, I saw a lot of people going, and I'm sure they going to Miami. I did hear this, that it could be a possibility that Canelo could be moving to Miami. That could be his new place to stay.
Oh,
I was around next to Eddie Reynoso, and he was mentioning it to somebody because, obviously being there around the media, and he said that Canelo likes it a lot. He's thought about moving over there. So we'll see.
I got some interesting comments here that I want to touch on because I did see this on Twitter. David Feidelson went in on Canelo and Eddie for this fight. Unbiased opinion just caught my eye right now. Too many biased Mexicans in here. Fighting Fielding and Avni and people acting like they are world beaters. Shaking my head. True. Fielding wasn't a world beater. Yildirim, world rank, obviously, but not, considered an elite fighter. So, he has a point on that. But I come on, man. It's freaking... Okay, who at 168, like, you match Canelo versus Charlo. The odds, Canelo's going to be the favorite. Canelo versus Benavidez, closer odds, but Canelo's probably still going to be the favorite. Canelo versus Saunders, Canelo's going to be the favorite. Canelo versus Caleb Plant, Canelo's going to be the favorite. Everybody at super middleweight, Canelo will be the favorite. And when you really break it down, you think like, okay, Canelo has a lot of things going for him. So, yeah, I understand where he's coming from. Like, a lot of fans want to see Canelo fighting those guys and not guys like a Fielding, not guys like an Avni Yildirim. I get that. But on the other side, too, is, we see with other fighters, they sometimes have to go and fight their mandatories. Joshua and Pulev. We didn't want to see Joshua fight freaking Kubrat Pulev. No one wanted to see that fight. But he had to go through with that fight because it's his mandatory.
Yeah, and I guess people don't understand that. People that don't watch or follow boxing closely and just watch the super mega fights that just tune in maybe 3 times a year, don't follow it closely. I can see why they're complaining about this, but it's his mandatory. And, Canelo said it, where I sent you the link on we're texting throughout the week when he went off on David Faitelson too. He said, well, look, I'm not going to win with y'all. If I don't find my mandatory, you're going to say, oh, I was ducking my mandatory. Now, if I do find my mandatory, you'll tell me, oh, why am I not following Triple G? So he's like, I can't make anybody happy. I can't make anybody. I'm following the rules and y'all get on to me. If I don't follow the rules, y'all still get on to me. So it's like, I'm doing what is best for me right now.
Well, here's the thing, because, he's trying to be undisputed. So he had one fight that he wants to stay active, and then he's going to Saunders. He's going to Plant. He's going into like fights that are not like Saunders isn't a whatever fight. Caleb Plant, a lot of people feel it's a whatever fight in terms of how much danger he could potentially have towards Canelo, but I see that as being a very difficult fight. Brandon Pulev, greater than Yildirim. Stop it, Marcos. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't. What has Pulev done the last freaking year or two, other than freaking hump Jenny Sushi? Like, what? I don't know. Okay, let's go. Let's put the number up, doggy. I'll call in. All right, I'm putting the number up one more time for 5 seconds. 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5. Oh, we got our first caller. Yo, who's this?
Oh,
I don't know, bro. I don't know. What people have done the last freaking year? Yo, caller, what up?
Yo, what up?
Who is this?
It's JB Cinema.
What's up, JB Cinema? What up, my man? What's going on, bro? What's your question?
Not much, man. Hey, so here's the thing. It's not more of a question, more of a comment, and it was one of the last things I put up there. But a lot of people are giving Canelo a lot of grief just because, he fought Yildirim, and who's Yildirim, right? Who's Yildirim? But at the end of the day, people don't realize that he inherited Yildirim by Benavidez losing his belts on the scale, right? And Yildirim was Benavidez's mandatory, so Canelo had to fight Yildirim in order to continue and become undisputed, right?
yeah, great point. Actually, that was a lot of comments too that were saying, they're like, well, technically it's not really Canelo's fault. Benavidez was supposed to face Yildirim, and would have Benavidez beat Yildirim too? Oh, I think he would have destroyed him just the same way that Canelo did, maybe even a little bit more in a better fashion. I just think that Yildirim quit in the stool. That's my personal opinion. That's what's going all around. But that's just people see. But see, whoever called, I'm sorry, I just forgot your username. But people like him follow boxing closely and know the little background of why Canelo is facing this fighter. People that just tune in and watch two or three fights are the ones that comment and say this. Well, he's just fighting a punching bag. No, well, he had to fight him. This is mandatory. So yeah, was it good for boxing? I mean, who are we to judge? But that's what Canelo needed to have to do. So I mean, that's what it goes to the bottom line. It was a good comment.
Yeah,
Sorry,
thank you for that, JB, man. Thank you for calling in, bro.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you.
Yeah, take it easy, man.
Yeah, bye.
Whoa, that was our first call. That was actually pretty cool. Yo,
Yeah.
My rent is due. I need super chat. Thank you for the contribution. What you think of YouTube boxing channel saying Spence is the new face of boxing?
Depends what channel it's coming from.
No, I'm thinking of this. Whenever you hear that, the new face of boxing. Hold on a second. We have another call. Yo, who is this?
Hello?
Yo, what's up, bro? What's your name? Where you from?
Hey, Kerry Serif. I'm from Arizona.
Oh, what up, Arizona, man? What's your question, dog?
It's just a simple question. I was told I could call in, so that's why I'm calling in to speak.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah. Ask a question, bro.
Okay. It's simple. I'm just trying to know how Yildirim, the guy who fought on Saturday, had not fought for almost 2 years, lost his last fight to Andre Dirrell by KO or TKO, and somehow ends up being the mandatory challenger. Because that's not how mandatory challenging works. You're supposed to not lose the fight and keep winning till you get your challenge. But I was surprised seeing that dude being the mandatory challenger after not fighting for 2 years and losing his last fight. So that was the question.
Yeah, excellent question. I think we're all wondering that, to be honest, and that's the question that everybody had. Obviously, that's a sanctioning body thing, how they rank them. I was there live in that fight for Durrell and Yildirim. I was working that fight for Fox, and Durrell won that fight. And the fight that Durrell had over the weekend is a title eliminator fight. David
He
Benavidez'
drew. He drew
next
the fight.
fight is a title eliminator fight as well. We have no idea
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
Yildirim was ranked number one.
Yeah.
You
And the
gotta,
Durrell drew on Saturday.
yeah. The thing with that is
Yeah.
what I think is likely, bro, is that Yildirim has a very good manager, and at some point he spoke to the WBC and made his case, and one way or another they got him ranked. This fight
No,
that happened with Canelo.
no, bro.
What's up?
Bro, with all due respect, I think Canelo, or should I say Canela, is the new WBC president. That's what it is. He's the new WBC president. See, let me say something. I think it's easier for Canelo to unify 168 because he feels that way. He feels he could beat this dude from England, the WBO champion from England. I believe he thinks he can also beat what's his name, Ekele Plant. But I think he's scared of David Benavidez because after Benavidez lost his title, that was when Canelo said he was interested in unifying the 168. When David Benavidez had the WBC title, Canelo was not interested. He talked about moving to 168 and winning a title, not unifying the division. Why didn't he unify 160? Why? Because he's scared of who? Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. Dude, let's be frank. He's cherry picking. Let's be frank. He's cherry picking. But funny enough, this was the same dude who kept on criticizing Mayweather as a cherry picker. Mayweather beat 23 world champions. How do you beat 23 world champions and you're a cherry picker? Let's be honest, dude. Canelo is selectively picking his fighters.
Okay, let me give you a counter thing there. On the terms of Floyd, he fought the guys he was supposed to coming up, and then went after the De La Hoya fight. He became more selective as to who he would fight, not because he was afraid of anybody, but he was looking at it as a business, as which fights.
Yo, bro.
Hold on, let me get my
something
point
straight.
across. Let me get my point across.
I'm
Which
feeling you.
fights are gonna make me the most amount of money? Okay, and that's he went and fought Hatton. He went and fought Marquez. He went and fought all the other guys that he went and fought. People would be like, "Well, bro, hey, don't have a short-term memory. Why didn't Floyd ever fight Antonio Margarito when he was supposed to? When his name was being brought up? Why didn't Floyd ever fight Keith Thurman when Keith Thurman was the mandatory? Was Floyd
Let's be
ducking
honest. How
Keith
many
Thurman?
times?
So hold on. Let me get
How
to your
many
point. Let
times
me get
was
to your point, bro.
Margarito
Let me get to your
destroyed?
point.
How many
Okay,
times
so
was
I'm bringing
Margarito
that
destroyed?
up now. In terms of Canelo, and you're saying it's convenient that he says he wants to unify now that Benavidez is not the champion. Hey, you could be right. You could be right where he looks at Benavidez like, man, this is a tough fight. Let's wait a little bit, to kind of avoid a potential risk there. At the end of the day, he is trying to be undisputed, and he's saying, he wants to fight everybody who has the belt, and that's his goal. Now, whether he's afraid to fight certain fighters or not, I don't think so. I don't think fighters in general are afraid to fight anybody. That's what they do, and it's what they're good at, and it's what they're comfortable doing.
No,
It.
some fighters are. Some fighters are.
What was that?
Some fighters are. Some fighters are scared of fighting some fighters. Like
Uh,
Manny Pacman is refusing to fight Crawford or Errol Spence.
yeah.
Instead, he's trying to go
Okay.
fight Ryan Garcia. Really? Ryan Garcia. Who wants to see that?
Hey,
I'm
you'll be
not
surprised,
interested in
bro.
that.
You don't
He
want to see
actually,
it, but there's a lot of young fans that would want to see Ryan fight Manny Pacquiao. You'd be surprised, bro.
Nah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Let me ask you a question.
he
Canelo
made
moved up to 175 to beat a faded Kovalev. You've got two other champions in 175, Bivol and Otto. He should have unified that division. Monsters, two monsters in the 175. He ducked away. I knew he was going to do that when he won the WBO, but I said he was going to knock Kovalev and run the half out.
Hey, these guys are bigger than him, man. These guys are bigger than him.
No.
175.
Size don't win
I think.
fights. Kovalev was bigger than him. Don't forget
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Kovalev was bigger than
But
him.
you
He
also
knocked
said
him
that
out.
Kovalev was faded. Those other guys
He
Or
paid
not
it.
faded.
Yeah, those other guys. Yo, that is what we expect you to do as a guy who claims to be pound for pound and a warrior. See, dude, I don't care whether Canelo wins or loses. I'm not interested. You lose does not make you a bad fighter. You win does not make you a good fighter. It's all about legacy. That's how simple it is.
Yeah,
If a
man.
fighter
Hey,
loses,
I agree
if
with
he
you
makes
there,
the best
bro.
fight, he's
I
my
agree with you
fighter. I
there. It
don't
is
care whether
about
he loses.
legacy.
It's all about
Yeah.
legacy, not about picking. I would have loved to see him unify 160, but he didn't unify 160. He got Charlo and who? Demetrius Andrade. Charlo was his mandatory. He went to get the franchise belt, WBC franchise belt. Really? Now everybody's getting the franchise belt. Lopez, Lomachenko, when Devin Haney was his mandatory, man, they're ruining boxing for us. Big time. Especially the WBC. They're ruining boxing.
That's
Remember Canelo in 160 was holding 3 belts, WBC, IBF, and the WBA. When the Ukrainian guy was his mandatory challenger, he vacated the belts. When Charlo was his WBC mandatory, he vacated the belts. Demetrius Andrade kept on calling me every day to unify the division. He refused. But before that, don't forget, Triple G, when he was destroying everybody, over the other aisle was Demetrius Andrade with the with the WBO belts. Triple G refused to unify that division because his team felt Andrade was too dangerous and high risk, low reward. So Triple G never unified that division because he was scared of Andrade. Andrade has a slicky style, which they feel might be a problem for him because I guess they saw what Lara did to Canelo, if you remember some years back.
no.
Man,
I was there live at that fight. A few things
man,
on that.
we need the best fights.
What was that?
Lara did beat Canelo. Let's be honest about that.
Nah,
When
bro.
Lara fought
Nah,
Canelo, he
nah,
did beat Canelo.
nah.
Let's be honest
Laura
about that.
gave
He
that fight
did beat
away.
Canelo.
Laura gave that fight away, bro.
And the
Laura gave the fight away. First off, thank you, bro, for calling in. Laura gave that fight away. That was his fight to win. He just didn't throw enough, and I felt he let it slip away. But he brought up a lot of good points, and this is what I've been wanting to do with our live chats to get more interaction with everybody. I'm gonna grab in one more person in here, and then we'll go back to
one thing I
to
want,
to all
Marcos.
this. Hold on a second. What's up, bro?
I said one thing I want to clear up. I mean, he touched a lot of good key points
Yeah,
on
he
that.
did. He did.
He spoke a little bit too fast, but everything that I caught up, he spoke pretty well. But one thing I will say that I don't think any professional fighter at an elite level is scared of another fighter. It could just be maybe due to promotional situations, contracts, the money, the promoters, all that could take in place. But I don't personally don't think an elite fighter at a certain level is scared of a fighter. And I just don't think Benavidez at this moment, that fight deserves to be in a stadium at 100% capacity. That doesn't deserve to be at a 15% capacity because it's 2 Mexicans. Well, a Mexican American versus a Mexican, that is going to sell. That's going to bring out the fans. So I'm sure that could be placed up for later. Really, nobody wants to see Andrade fight right now, Canelo. Nobody really wants to see him. Everybody knows that. Nobody, I mean, is he a technical fighter? Is he a very disciplined fighter? Is he good in the ring? Is his IQ? Yes, but he's not exciting to watch. And Canelo's going to beat him easily. And then once Canelo beats him, then everybody's like, oh, he picked an easy fighter. No, it's just that he knows how to beat a technical fighter like Bubu Andrade. That's just my personal opinion. So,
All
I
right,
mean,
so we're gonna take one more call, and then I'm shutting the fan line down, and then the only people that are going to have access to the fan line are those people that do the super chats. So let's see who we get here, bro. Let's see what's the next one.
nobody cusses. Say something.
Hello?
Yo, what's up, bro? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm calling from Brooklyn. Well, I actually just moved to North Carolina, bro. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, though.
Good stuff, man. What's your name?
Hey, my name is Tony, man. Hey, it's just funny stuff. I just literally just logged on to YouTube, and I saw you guys were having a live chat. I was like, yo, I got to connect to this. But, yo, to just start off, man, I'm going to go back to what you were talking about, like, because they were saying, like, Errol Spence is the cash cow in this BS. But, because they're comparing the tickets that Canelo sold, I guess, when he fought in Texas compared to Errol Spence. But Errol Spence is from Texas. That's his hometown, right? So I was like, who would you expect to sell more? So I was like, don't come out here telling me, because this guy sold what he had to sell at his hometown. Now you want to say he's the face of boxing? Like, get out of here with that.
But yeah, anyways, man. But ain't nobody touching Canelo right now. I wish, whoever he goes up next, they're saying. I love hearing like the guy that called last, like, oh, he should have done this and that. Everybody's saying what he should have done, and they're talking about this franchise belt. Well, Canelo never asked for the belt. If everybody wants to be like him, that's just the truth. They're not going to say it, but they wish they were getting a franchise belt. They just recognize the hard work and everything. So they see what Canelo's doing, and that's why they give it to him. He deserves it. So it's like, yo, nobody's stopping him right now. But yeah, man, I just love hearing the Canelo haters. And like, yo, they're so mad after this guy went to light heavyweight. He didn't have to fight anybody in that division. He had no business being there. But it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, I love I'm on here with you guys,
Thanks, bro, man. Thank you for calling in, and we appreciate you continuing supporting the channel as well. I'll ask you, I guess not ask, but to touch on what he said with the tickets and all that, Yair. Obviously, I think it's the obvious fact to me is Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia, a lot better fight than Canelo versus Avni Yildirim, a lot more competitive fight as well, and that plays a big part, boxing
And a good
fans in Miami that are in the know already knew Canelo was going to beat this guy. With Spence and Garcia, there was a lot of questions there that we had about how Errol Spence would look. Obviously, yeah, it's his hometown as well. That helps, but it's overall just a better fight.
Yeah, exactly. But by him saying what, remember what I just said? Depends what YouTube page just said that about, Errol Spence being
hold on, Yair. I got to give JB a shout out because he did the super chat again. JB Cinema, what's up, bro? Thank you for that super chat. He says, funny how people know what Canelo, quote, should do and not do. No matter when or how Canelo dominates, they are not happy. And you mentioned this and Canelo mentioned this. Regardless of what I do, people always want to fight me. People are always saying that I'm ducking, yada, yada, yada. Continue, Yair.
Yeah, and to touch back on that, when I asked him, when we talked about what should we consider of asking him that is going to touch a good subject is how do you feel that people are saying that you're avoiding them, and what did he do? What did he do, Marcos? He went, everybody says I'm avoiding them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just he's the king right now. He can call whoever he wants. He can fight wherever he wants. He can just do it. He's gonna sell no matter what. And as obviously Miami was a perfect place. Now to go back about Errol Spence being the cash cow, from Dallas, I've seen him some amateur. Notice we have a good relationship with Derek James. I think that fight, once it happens, it will be a very stupendous fight. It will go all 12 rounds. It depends what time it could be made, if Errol Spence can win or not, or Canelo can win. But Errol Spence is not the cash cow at this moment. He's not. He's fought in Dallas. He's fought in LA. He's fought in New York. I mean, anywhere you place Canelo, he's just gonna sell out. He's in his prime right now. It's just like what Mayweather did during his prime.
All right, Yair. We got some more super chats here that we got to get to. Rafael Martinez, what's up, bro? Tough fight will be Benavidez. I do agree that the fight has to be with lots of public. So Rafael agrees with you, Yair, on that point. Youngster 1320, I got Venmo and Cash App ready for all y'all going against Canelo. Put y'all money up then or y'all too shook. Let me know I'm ready. Hey, everybody, if you bet, hit up Youngster 1320. He's willing to go ahead and place your bets up against him when it comes to Canelo. Thank you guys for using the super chat. All right, let's answer another call, bro. Let's hope we get a good one here. Y'all here? Hello, who is this? Who's calling?
Hi, it's Carlos calling from Chicago.
Hey, Carlos from Chicago. What's up, my man? What's your question?
Do you guys think Canelo can actually do his 4 fights like he's planning to this year and keep the weight up and make the weight for his 4 fights? You know how some fighters weigh in and they're actually a little bit over and they have to do that 1 hour of whatever they do to lose the weight and all this. So do you think he'll actually make the weight and be able to unify the division?
Hey, thanks for that question, bro. In terms of the weight, obviously Canelo is a small super middleweight compared to everybody else. All the guys in the division are a lot bigger than him. So it's just my suspicion that he's only cutting about maybe 10 pounds to make the weight. So I think he will continue to be able to make the weight throughout the whole year. Now, if he can have the 4 fights that he is planning on having, that's difficult to say because obviously it's all dependent on 2 things. One, if he comes out of these fights uninjured and unscathed, and also 2, the business of boxing. If he's allowed to, not allowed, but if there's not resistance there to make some of these fights. So 4 fights, that'd be great. I don't know. Three
Honestly,
fights, he said it. He's gonna get that 3rd fight with Caleb Plant in September. So we'll go ahead and see in terms of that. Hey, you guys, do me a big favor, everybody who's tuning in right now. Give us a like for the stream. Follow us on social media at Fight Up TV. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're playing around with this fan line. We have Yair here with us, who was in Miami as well. Let's take another call, Yair. Let's have some fun with this.
that was a good question. What the other guy from Chicago said. That was a very good question. Going to her dad about the weigh-in.
Yo, what's up, man? You're on live with us. So what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, man? My name is Big Shane. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
What's up, my man? What's going on? What's your question?
I just wanted to say I kind of agree earlier with the African dude. He was talking about how kind of Canelo's avoiding fights. I think everyone knows Canelo can squab. Everyone knows he can squab. That's not a question here. I think the question is he gets to pick and choose, and people are getting tired of seeing that. So I mean, he basically fought one decent guy at 154. Didn't fight none of the real brothers at 154. Let's be honest. Goes to 160. You have Demetrius Andre, who has a WBO belt. Then Canelo has a belt, and Gigi has a belt. So his toughest fight was Gigi. Then he fought some other bum. Had a hard time with Gigi both fights. He could go either way. I thought he beat Gigi the second fight, definitely. But then it's kind of funny when you have David Benavidez, who's a killer, 6-footer, long reach, can knock people the fuck out. All of a sudden, he loses his belt off of weight because of weight. He didn't do his due diligence. I get it. He loses his belt because of weight. Then all of a sudden, Canelo, I think I want to go 168 now, grab an easy belt, and fight 3 white boys from the UK. You know how easy that is? Every American fighter, whether it be black or Mexican, would love to fight UK fighters. They're not hard competition. Let's be honest. They can't fuck with none of the Mexicans and none of the brothers. They never could. So Canelo jumped his ass up there because Maurice Sullivan lets him do whatever he wants. That's why the franchise belt was created, so he could avoid hardcore mandatories and he could pick and choose. Because let's be real, number 2 fighter was probably David Benavidez. He got to fight old boy that he fought on Saturday because he chose to fight, and actually he wanted to fight him about a year ago. So I mean, it's like I said, Canelo is a beast, but he's just avoiding fights. We want to see people go head up. I mean, I grew up in the '80s. I watched Hearns, Hagler. Duran. I watch them fight over and over again each other, every other fight, and it's not happening no more. It's not just Canelo; other fighters are doing it too. But it seems like he wants the easiest route, man, and it's getting silly now. I mean, come on, that guy fought for 4 rounds the other day, 2 rounds. It was ridiculous, man. Every other match where I've seen guys fight, it's a way tougher match, man. But that's all I want to say, man. You're doing a good job, man. I like your show.
Thank you, bro. Really appreciate that, man. And he brought up a lot of good points there, as well as we got to give a shout out to Alan Lopez. He says, I don't get how Charlo and Andre don't fight each other, or all of these other champions to simplify the division. A few points there. He's mentioned he brought up a point where he's like, hey, Canelo's fighting all these European fighters that aren't any good. They're world champions, and yeah, that doesn't say much in a time where it's a lot easier to be a world champion now. But they are world champions in a sense. Like, well, he wants to fight Undisputed. It's not like he's going and fighting. Yildirim. Okay, the Yildirim fight, criticism deserved. Okay, like we all wanted to see him fight someone better, obviously, and we want to see a guy the stature of Canelo, the stature of Terrence Crawford, the stature of Inoue, simply fight the best the best in their division. So I get that, and all of us want to see these fighters fight the best consistently. But it's not like Saunders is a chump. I don't consider Saunders a chump.
Well,
He's a world champion. He's undefeated. Caleb Plant, it's not like Caleb Plant is a chump either. He's undefeated world champion.
now the last caller, I wanted to ask him, will he change his mind once he fights Saunders and Caleb Plant? Would he change his mind about what he thinks about Canelo? Would people change their mind, or the boxing fans change their mind after he fights Saunders, then he fights Caleb Plant, then he fights Benavidez? I mean, will they change their mind after this? Because right now, I mean, he's supposed to get this criticism. He's supposed to, just because of the type of fighter he faced and what happened on the end of the night on Saturday. It was going to come, but is everybody going to change their mind once the Billy Saunders comes up? Is they're gonna come with another excuse, or they're gonna say, "No, he put up a good fight. Now let's go see Caleb Plant." But I feel like that happens, once you're the cash cow, once you're in your prime. People just want to see you in a tough fight. They want to. That's why everybody still wants that Triple G fight. They want to just clear the smoke on that one. That was a good call, though.
JB Cinema, what's up, man? Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Let's see here. Being the first to unify a 168-pound division ever is an easy route, he asks. Who else has done it? Haters will try and criticize that. I think it's a lack of respect for what Saunders and Plant can bring. To be honest, a lot of fans look at those two and they think they're not very good. I disagree. Saunders on point is a tricky fight for anybody in the world. Anybody in the world. Caleb Plant on point is a tricky fight. Though some people criticize his power, that he should be stopping people, and they feel that he doesn't have the power to stop a Canelo. The guy moves a lot. Very light feet. This is just my personal opinion. You guys will probably rip me for it. To me, Caleb Plant could be a difficult fight for Canelo. This is just my personal opinion on that. So, you bring up a good point, JB.
I agree, just because the way he moves. We saw with Caleb Truex, the way he was moving. And even into the late rounds, he was still getting caught when Caleb Truex was knowing his movements. He caught him a couple of times. So just imagine when Canelo catches him a couple of times, because we all know that Canelo has a heavy hand. He will probably knock him out if he places a good punch.
All right, let's go ahead and grab. I think it's gonna be our last caller of the night, y'all. Here, this is weird that we actually have callers on here now, but I think it's pretty cool. You guys, do me a big favor. If you're not following us on social media, follow us at Fight Up TV. Follow me as well at Hey It's Marcos V. Yair, give your Instagram a plug, bro.
JMart1018, letter J Mart1018. Also want to ask, did y'all like the content from this past weekend? Is there a particular interview that y'all liked? Because it was very organized. I will say that, being in the media since being there Tuesday, Wednesday, and then actually got out on Wednesday and Thursday doing the media press conference, having the one-on-one with Canelo, then Eddie Hearn. We had the chance to post the one with Robert Garcia. He talks a lot of good points on that one, and also about his brother, Mikey Garcia. So there's a lot more that are going to come that we have kind of saved, right, Marcos?
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff that I held on to that we're gonna bring out that you got us over there in Miami. Let's go to the last call of the night. Let's see who our lucky caller is here. Let's see.
Canelo's Jake Paul. Canelo's ducking Trump. Canelo's ducking Pennywise, the dancing clown.
Yo, what's up, man? Welcome here with us on Fight Up Live. Who is this? Where are you calling from?
This is Louis. Thank you for having me. I'm calling from Orlando, Florida.
What's up, Orlando, bro? What's going on? What's your comment?
Listen, I don't understand where all these haters are coming from. Canelo been fighting slick fighters, man. He fought Jacobs. He fought Trout. I don't understand where all the hate is coming from. Canelo been fighting a bunch of fighters since like 22. When he fought Mayweather at 22.
Yep.
So I don't understand where all the hate is coming from. And most of these guys that's talking that, I was watching like after the post fight, and like Shakur, Terrence Crawford all say he's great. And these are probably most of these people that saying that these are their favorite fighters. I know who they are because they just repeating what these other black media channels a thing than Alvarez. But Canelo's been a beast since forever, man. I don't know. They need to appreciate greatness right now.
Mm.
And
Thank you
I want to.
for that call, bro. I appreciate it. You being here on live with us. Thank you so much. Yeah, Yair, man, that's an interesting point, bro. You know, why
I
does
like what
like okay,
you know.
I know one thing, okay, and Floyd got this criticism too. When you're at the top of the sport, you're gonna get criticized regardless of what you do right or you do wrong. You're gonna it's like you damned if you do, damned if you don't. Okay, I gotta get to acknowledge Jimmy Freckles. Thank you so much for that donation, Jimmy. Love the new format, love the thoughts, love the realness, appreciate the loyalty to boxing. Check out Signal Hill Boxing Gym. One love. Check out Signal Hill Boxing Gym out here in Southern California. Duran Dice 84, 160 pounds is far more impressive. Charlo, Andrade, Tripolli, go unify that. I like Canelo, but all the smoke is at 160. We're at the top, Yair. When you're at the top, doesn't matter what you do right, what you do wrong, you're going to get criticized. So that's part of the thing. The other part is obviously, hey, what's up?
He hasn't seen me for weeks, so
It's all good. It's all good.
yeah.
The other part, let's be honest. Fielding, Yildirim, Liam Smith. There's been opponents that Canelo shouldn't have fought. That they were gimme fights, and when we see a guy, the position of Canelo, it's almost like we expect nothing but number one for him to fight.
But do you remember when he was coming up? He was fighting legends.
He
Shane
was.
Mosley,
He was.
Miguel. So he was fighting legends. After that, I forgot who else he had fought. That he was a youngster fighting these about to be retired fighters. He beautifully beat Miguel Cotto. He could have knocked him out.
Canelo versus Gavin Newsom. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I just and it's hard to accept the reality that Canelo. Somebody just said Canelo versus Marcos, but
I was born ready. Let's go.
But it's hard to accept the reality.
Adrian says Canelo's ducking your son.
You see the picture of me with Joel Diaz Jr.?
Yeah, I did. You guys do look like twins, man.
I'm telling you, everybody was saying that, even at the hotel. But it's kind of hard to accept a fighter like Canelo at this moment, of this magnitude, because first of all, being a Mexican fighter, freckled, white, redheaded, it's hard to accept him because you have Chavez Sr., a lot of us that admired him. He came out from El Barrio for the people during the moment that he was coming in the late 80s, 90s, and all that time when the transition of a lot of Mexicans were coming over here to America. So it's just a lot of people don't want to accept it because they're probably scared. Hey, you know what? Canelo could probably be the biggest boxer in Mexican history, but people just can't accept that. It's like us accepting LeBron will be better than Michael Jordan. So, I mean, it's going to be an endless topic until it happens. So it's going to be
you're in that position. When you're in that position, you constantly feel that you're attacked. And I remember like vividly, like Floyd saying a lot of the things that I'm starting to hear Canelo say in terms of criticism when Floyd was active. I see Marcus is in here. He beat only names, he says. Old as baseball. I think he was. I think he was referring to Shane Mosley.
Shane Mosley, then he would have got a huge criticism. He couldn't be about to be retired Shane Mosley. I mean, like you said, he's not going to get the respect he deserves. But once he's out and done and retired, we're like, you know what, Canelo did his thing. Just like Mayweather, I couldn't accept that Mayweather is one of the greatest of all time. I couldn't accept that. I just didn't enjoy watching him. But once he was, slowly when he's getting to retirement, say, you know what, we got a living legend that we can see. I saw Mayweather fight even though he wasn't exciting. So, I mean, at this moment, it's going to happen. But it's like what you told me, Marcos, one time we were talking on the side. Hey, if they're talking about you, you're doing something right, obviously. So.
That's true. That's that saying. Any press, good or bad, is good press for you. So yeah, man, that was the first time we've done the fan chat. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That's something that I've been wanting to do. I think I'm going to reserve that only for our super chat supporters, and then once in a while we'll go ahead and open it up I think. But yo, Yair, man, hey, thank you so much for joining in here today and covering the fight for us in Miami, bro. You did a hell of a job covering it and getting the content over there. You hustled, man. So I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for the trust. I always tell you that in the sideboard when we have our conversations. Thank you for the trust, and hopefully there's plenty more where that came from. Thank you,
That's
brother.
good, man. Thank you so much, bro. That was Yair Martinez. Helps us out over here on Fight Hub. Go ahead and give him a follow as well on his Instagram. He logged off, but good little live chat we had going, guys. I appreciate everybody that called in. I appreciate the respectful discussion, the respectful discourse. It was good, man. Expect more of this here as well. Love 8 H8. What's up, bro? What's going on? I think that's done for the hour, guys. So as Juan says, Canelo's ducking Thanos. Let's end it, man. I got to go to the gym. I got to get my swole on. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys tuning in here today to the Fight Up TV live chat. We're here every Monday at 5:35. Follow us on Instagram at Fight Up TV. Give us all one last like on the stream as well. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Thank you guys for tuning in to the live chat. We'll see you next Monday. Make it a productive week as well for you all. Thank you so much. Peace out, guys.